Hi guys, welcome back to Puck Talk. In today's episode, we'll be talking about Phil Kessel. And I'm Sahil, and this is
Mark Rivera.
yeah, yeah, okay. So now Phil Kessel has the longest Ironman streak in NHL history. What do we think about
Honestly, that's really impressive considering one, his build, two, his age.
that? Yeah, he has like the most unhealthy diet out of all the NHL players, and he's the one that lasted. Like the logic doesn't add up for that.
Like considering the fact that also it's like what like the considering the fact that he's been consistent as well throughout that whole entire time is also amazing to me. Like, yeah, he has also been in 3 years straight where he was on like a pretty bad Arizona team, but still, like the fact that he's been able to play all those games out as well as perform to a pretty good level is like the most shocking detail about it all, other than his conditioning.
Yeah, so he's always been a useful player everywhere he goes.
But to this Vegas team, like it's the start of the season, he's been performing like how an average Vegas player would play, 3 points only, 1 goal, 2 assists. Not much to his name. He has had the best plus minus though in technicality in the past like 4 years at a solid zero.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and also he made it through the COVID years, and he's
Yeah,
made it.
no,
He
that's
kept it
true
like
actually.
that's insane, considering like how many players actually dropped out during that
Mhm,
time.
mhm.
Like
Like
man's like a bad representation, like bad representation for the longest Ironman streak. Like someone like McKinnon who conditions themselves would be like a picture perfect poster boy for this type of thing. But Kessel's like the complete opposite of what you'd expect.
well, it is a crazy stat line to believe that Kessel is the one to reach this like pedestal as of right now. Because yeah, like you keep on saying the conditioning and stuff, but like to him being also like a useful factor to these teams as well as just like constantly playing every single game in a season for the past what 9 to 10 years so far. That's
Yeah.
that's that's insane. And I don't think that's gonna be reached in a long while, especially the trajectory of how sports are going
Yeah,
with
like Yando had the streak, but he was kind of becoming a liability near the end, right?
yeah.
Kessel has been consistent throughout the entire time.
Yeah, the
That's pretty
only like
impressive.
thing that you could really say about Kessel is that oh, he's not as a team, the team's not performing well. Well, guess what? That's not on him. He's been constantly performing for that Phoenix team the whole entire time he was on it.
So let's talk about a couple of the interesting health stories, I guess, regarding Kessel or like his dietary habits, I guess. So I've heard that he used to he used to only drink blue Gatorade when he started off instead of water because he didn't like the taste of water. Like
Nah. Wait, is this actually real?
I've read this stuff somewhere.
There's no way that's real. Hold on. Oh my God, it's real.
Yeah.
That's that seems so unlikely.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, teammate claims he never saw him drink water. 'Cause he only likes blue Gatorade.
Like, okay, how? No.
There's
No
no
way that this is
way.
his diet and he's the poster boy for most games played
Yeah,
consecutively. What the hell
and we
happened?
know and we know all about the hot dog.
Yeah, that I knew about. I didn't know that he does not like the taste of water. Bro,
Kessel would spit that out.
that's refreshing. It's refreshing as hell, bro. You telling me that you playing throughout the whole entire game, like a professional NHL game, and you decide not to drink water because you don't like it? I mean, okay, like what I guess if it works for him, it works for other people too, probably. Like, who knows? Maybe more people should stop drinking water.
Man, yeah, maybe. Like, what are
Like
you working out so much for? Like,
why are you trying to condition yourself? Be more like Kessel, man. Played every single game past 10 years. Been arguably either the like one of the best players on that team. Damn, just be like Kessel, man. Play those games. Drink
yeah,
Gatorade, not water.
yeah, it's healthier than pre-game hot dog, you know? Get the juices from.
Yeah, no, you got you. I guess more NHL players should start being like Kessel, cause
It's actually astonishing how he actually survived this long. It makes no sense, you know?
thanks somewhat to his notorious taste for junk food. Hot dog
Yeah, he has
stands.
he's had some pretty interesting articles written about him.
This is what is this? I don't understand what I'm reading from this article right now about his diet. This is insane. It's genuinely insane how this is the man for being the Iron Man of the league.
It's actually okay, we're making fun of him, but it's actually hella impressive.
Yeah, like he's
Like
what?
his
He's like 35, 36 years old, going into his like what? He started off in like 2006, something like that.
he's yeah, it's been crazy how he survived for this long. Like I said, like even fit players aren't able to do this, and especially through COVID, he pulled this off. Like it
Like
makes no sense how he survived, but like props to him, man. He's
props to him
impressive feat.
for playing at this rate every single season, as well as keeping this
Yeah,
level of play every single season. Like
yeah,
I
that's
have
impressive.
on top of my head like someone that I could compare this due to just because of the fact that not the fact that he's an Iron Man, but the fact that this dude was used to be known as like a top five defenseman, but and then he turned into an absolute garbage player out of nowhere. He wasn't producing as much, and he stopped being that consistent player. But holy, the fact that Kessel has been able to perform at this type of level in the NHL for so long is
People
the
like
standout.
some people like most of the people don't even have this many games played in total.
Yeah,
He's pulled this off without getting injured once. Crazy,
more
man.
people should start being like Kessel. They don't want to get injured.
Yeah.
Quinn Hughes should start doing this. He's missed 2 games already. Maybe he should eat a pregame hot dog.
So Kessel's Ironman streak is 990 straight consecutive NHL games. That's quite a bit. That
I
is
okay, at this point
crazy.
in time, I don't think that goal is gonna be reached because you have to
Yeah, I don't.
do
Yeah,
there's a lot of criteria for that to happen. You
yeah. I think he's gonna
can't
hold
get
the record
injured.
forever.
Can't get injured. You have to be a consistent player. You have
Yeah,
either on you're either gonna be a consistent player on a bad team or a consistent player on a good team. And if you're a consistent player on a bad team, you will never get any team success ever.
yeah. But he's had everything. He's gone through bad teams, good teams. He's been incredibly consistent. Consistent is the perfect word for him.
Like
So I don't. Yeah. So I personally don't think his record will ever be broken. So
I,
okay, considering that he has likely set the Iron Man streak record for the NHL, do you think Phil Kessel is a Hall of Famer?
yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
because he's gonna build one. He's gonna build on this streak. Two, if he plays the same level as he has the past like 4 years into this season on a good team, that's just incredible. That's genuinely gonna bring up his status as a Hall of Famer.
he
I
has. Let's pull up his stats right now. You got his
like
stats up.
he he's been playing completely insane in terms for his age and also for the rate that he's been playing at. I think that he could be considered. He now has a reason to be considered a Hall of Famer, as well as like a true narrative behind him, being that this dude has been playing for 900 something games straight. He's been consistently good. He's been a good role player or a good just player in general for every single team he's been on. He's been he's been a good teammate, blah blah blah. He's had all he you have all these points that can point him in the direction towards the Hall of Fame. I
Yeah,
think now that he's on Vegas, this is where it's his moment to actually shine as a Hall of Fame type player.
He has to prove. I think he needs like one more thing. He needs like one more good season to,
Yeah,
clinch it.
and if it
I
is
th-
this Vegas run, that's good. That's good. It's the Vegas run that's truly gonna actually bring him to that level.
his career. Okay, I agree with you completely. I think he is gonna become a Hall of Famer. Maybe not first ballot. I think it might take him a little while to get in, but he will eventually. So let's look at his career accolades. He's won 2 Stanley Cups. He has 400 goals. He
Nah,
has
this
959 points.
yeah, no, this is gonna be a Hall of Famer, hands
And
down.
he should have had the Conn Smythe in 2016.
Yeah,
People
that's
forget about that. He was the best player on that cup run.
yeah, yeah. No, this no. Phil Kessel's he's a Hall of Famer. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer, bro.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
And I've
After
seen
those,
people argue otherwise, but
I don't
yeah,
think
but
there is a
I
real
don't
reason
see
to
the
argue
argument.
against him other than the fact that oh he did win in Arizona. Who else can you think on the top of your head can carry Arizona?
Okay, one argument I could see is that he's the lack of individual award. He's never been the guy for the team, but he has always been a consistent performer.
I think
So like I
that
could see
reason
that
of
side of
being a
it playing
consistent
out.
performer is why he does become a Hall of Famer. Because like he being a reliable player is actually like just a really big thing in general for most sports.
That's true.
And like if he's not included in the Hall of Fame for being that consistent player, then I think the criteria to get in the Hall of Fame is a little bit more skewed than we initially would think.
Okay, yeah. So like I don't think he makes it without the streak because he has the Ironman streak. I think he's a lock for it pretty much.
Yeah,
And I just listed his accolades. He's a
that
pretty
that
good player, to say
bro,
the least.
bro has more Stanley Cup trophies than like two teams combined. Think about that.
Oh yeah, I guess that can be said about a lot of players though, to be
Yeah,
honest.
we say that about a lot of
But
players, but the fact that
but he actually had
he
he had like a big role in those 2 cup runs.
yeah, exactly, like he had a pretty big role for those cup runs. He had a pretty like he was just a player that you could consistently rely on, unless if he falls off this year, which honestly does seem like it could happen. It's not out of the possibility just because of the fact that he's won just on a better team now in general. So like there could be a way to see that his role might be slightly diminished, but I feel like that as long as he still plays with Vegas, if he plays the way that he's been playing for the past couple of years now, he's got it. It's in the bag.
Yeah, I think he's gonna make the Hall of Fame too. Okay, so no disagreement from either of us. So I
Which is
guess that should
great.
wrap up. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Or
Nothing else to talk about for Phil Kessel really, other than the fact that Vegas is also just completely doing a 180 out of nowhere for in my mind of from being what I thought would be a disappointing team to being a top 2 team in the league right now.
okay, yeah, Vegas is a pretty good team right now. Yeah, true. Do you want to talk about Vegas now then?
I don't think we can touch base on Vegas yet. Let's give
Okay.
it a couple more time just so that we can touch base on Vegas to see if the start of the season was a fluke or not.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so this was pretty much our Phil Kessel podcast. So to summarize, we think he's a Hall of Famer. If you disagree with us, comment down below and tell us why. I know this is a 50-50 type topic. I know there's a lot of people that disagree with that opinion.
I actually really
So
want to
thanks
see
for
these
watching
comments and
and
see their
see you in
reasons. It's gonna be really interesting to see
yeah,
the people that disagree. I want to read their reasons. It's probably because he's not
yeah.
the guy, if we're being real here. That's probably gonna be their main
He's
argument.
never been the guy. When he was the guy, he got kicked out of town in Toronto. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, thanks
he's
so much
not.
for watching.
Well, okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. See you guys next time.